Hi, welcome back. My name is Jennifer, and here on my channel I like to chat about all things beauty and makeup, but today I have a palette tag. I've seen a couple of creators do this, and I will try to remember to link them in the description box below. But I just thought this was fun. I think the tag was originally created by Samantha March, possibly. I think that's the person that I've seen credited the most with this, but so if you happen to know who created this, let me know in the comments below. Basically, we're just going to talk about my eyeshadow palettes and their prompts, you know, like newest, oldest, etc. And so we'll get into that. Just a disclaimer, this is a very lived-in makeup look, and I have a bunch of fallout. This is the Bella Beauté Bar Morally Grey palette, only I combined it with my Kaleidos Black Jasmine, I think is what it's called. I can't remember. Anyways, that's not what we're here for. Okay. So my newest palette. So I was going to share that the Fantasy Cosmetica Harvest of Souls and Wizard palettes were my newest, but I went to TJ Maxx yesterday, and now these are not my newest, but this is the Harvest of Souls. It's beautiful. I can't wait to use it. And then this is the Wizard palette. This is the Wizard palette. Strangely enough, the yellow is what like really kept pulling me in. And then I kept seeing people create like gorgeous looks with this. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm finally going to get it. I waited for them to have a sale, of course, because I am cheap. I would say balling on a budget, but I went a little wild when I got my bonus from work. So anyways, I went to TJ Maxx and I found these two Give Beauty palettes, which I know I just decluttered one, but it was plain. So this is the Make Me Like You. This was the palettes that like they dropped in Sephora, and then I felt like as quick as they entered, they left. And I didn't even get a chance to buy it. I know that they were out for a little bit of time, but I didn't know if they were limited edition or what, but they're really pretty. So this one is Simple Kind of Life. I kind of wish there was a little bit of differentiation on the cover, or maybe on the back. I wish, you know, one looked more like the tag had maybe more of like a warm brown, and this one maybe had like a cooler brown, something like that. But it's okay. I'll figure it out. Then my oldest palette in my collection, I don't use this, but it is the Almay Intense Eye Color Evening Smoky Eyeshadow. And I don't know if this is the one that I used to use. I don't think it is. I think this is a new one I bought on Amazon. But at some point, I did find the OG one that I used to use. Yeah, so this is the oldest one. I just keep it for the memes. Then most expensive palette, I think it would be a tie between these two. This is the Natasha Denona Sunset palette and the Natasha Denona Circo Loco. So this one is the Sunset palette. And it unfortunately is very neglected. I actually don't think I've ever used it. I really could live without that yellow, but at the same time, I don't know, maybe I'll like it. I've swatched a few shades, but I'm determined to use this summer. For just, you know, transparency's sake, I went by full price and not necessarily the price I paid for them. I didn't buy either of these. My husband did. He got them in a Black Friday sale. So this is what the Circo Loco palette looks like. I feel like the Circo Loco might be discontinued, but I'm not for sure on that. They kind of randomly pull palettes in and out of their website. So talking about my most affordable palette, technically it would be this Almay, but since it's not one that I use, I wanted to talk about one that I actually use. And that is, I have kind of a tie here for my LA Girl palettes. So I've got the LA Girl Keep It Playful, and this, it performs fine. Like, it's fine. It's a drugstore palette, but you know, it's pretty. The shimmers are pretty. The mattes are fine. I don't find I have any issues with longevity. I feel like it is a formula that I have to work a little bit harder to get the look that I want, but most people who use a palette like this are probably not trying to get like super smoky. Something similar to this. Oh, I said this was the Keep It Playful palette. It's the Keep It Playful collection, but this is in Downplay. I think there's two other ones. There's like a warm tone brown one and one that leads more like warm pinks, if I remember correctly. The other one, this was a holiday palette from 2024. This is in Radiate, or the Radiate palette. And this is beautiful. I forget that I have this. I don't know why. The packaging is gorgeous. The mattes are definitely a little bit more on the subtle side, but the shimmers I didn't feel like were when I used them. So it's definitely one that I probably need to play with a little bit more. Palette you like to use as a companion palette. That would be the Blend Bunny Cosmetics All Done Up palette. Now, I feel like you can get complete looks out of this, but I just find these mattes to be so helpful when I'm struggling with a palette that maybe isn't the best blending, or it feels a little patchy up here and I want it to look a little more clean. I like to go in with one of these lighter mattes and blend out the edges. Or if I really need to deepen something up and I'm just not finding the right shade I need in the palette, I'll use these. And then these I kind of mainly just use when I'm making a full look out of the palette, but not always. And I don't know. I don't use these as much, but these two I definitely use a bunch. This one stays pretty close. I think my most used shade in here would be Natural. It still looks like it's barely used because I feel like you don't have to keep dipping into the palette to get what you need. Like, it just blends like it's supposed to. Discontinued palette you wish you bought. Oh, shoot. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I don't know why I'm saying, oh, shoot. Okay. Obviously, I don't have it to show you because I didn't buy it. So I'll hopefully put a picture up here over my sign back there. Discontinued palette I wish I bought is the Glaminatrix Nearly Natural. I think it's Nearly Natural. They are re-releasing it, but they're re-releasing it as a 20 pan. And I think with their smaller pan size, I think it is these pan sizes instead of their original like regular size pans. I don't mind these. I don't feel like I need a ton of eyeshadow per pan. I kind of prefer a little bit smaller of an amount per shadow. Like I don't hit pan. I don't finish shadows. I have a huge shadow collection. And I have an autoimmune disorder, so sometimes like I want to go play with my makeup, but I can't. So anyways, I wish I had bought the original one, but I'm still going to definitely buy the re-release when it comes out. They said they're going to do a pre-order, I think in like 3 weeks. I normally do not do pre-orders. I don't like them at all, but this is one palette that I definitely am going to be purchasing. Next is palette from your favorite brand, and I need to go grab the next stack, so I'll be right back. So the next one is palette from your favorite brand, and that would be Adept Cosmetics. I struggle with this because like I love Lethal Cosmetics, and I love Odin's Eye, and I love Kaleidos and Fantasy Cosmetica, but I feel like Adept just kind of shines in my collection between the packaging and the shimmer formula. The mattes are not my absolute favorite. I like the mattes better in this one and the Amy Loves palette. I think I kind of like the mattes in the Minka. I want to play with that one more. I almost used that today, but decided I needed to give Morley Gray another chance and wanted to see how does it perform alongside the Black Jasmine from Kaleidos. Like, those are the grays that I expected to be in the Morley Gray palette, and they're just not there. So I did go more like gray, less black today. Again, this is a very lived in look, so we're losing some eyeshadow here, but that's okay. I also sometimes forget I'm wearing makeup and just like wipe my eye like a monster, you know, just go in like, you know, whatever this is. So yeah. Favorite palette packaging is definitely the Seahorse palette from Adept Cosmetics. I love looking at this one. I don't even have a thing for seahorses. Like, I think they're cute. I enjoy seeing them when I go to like an aquarium, but this packaging is just, it's so beautiful. And I feel like, again, this stands out in my collection. And I mean, obviously, I love the palette. Don't mind the missing shade. That's in my Armageddon project. Yeah, so the reflectiveness is a little difficult, obviously, to put on camera. Sometimes I feel like this maybe should have been a different color, but I don't know. I still like it. I like shiny things. I can't help it. So yeah, this is the one with the best packaging. I talk a lot. So I've been told. Most colorful palette. That's definitely going to be the Fade Into Hue from ColourPop. I obviously have a lot of colorful palettes, but I feel like this one, being one of my only true rainbow palettes, kind of takes the cake for most colorful. I don't really use this to make full looks. I mostly use this for the glitters. And I do use it when I need like a very specific matte shade. So also, if you didn't know, these pans are magnetic, which is absolutely fabulous. I think that's great. I don't use the shimmer shades in this one very much. I don't find myself needing a lot of, you know, these kind of shimmer shades. They don't impress me very much. They're pretty. They're pretty. They're like, I think they are a standard shimmer formula. Let me get a swatch that isn't backwards. It's really difficult because I'm doing it with my left hand for some very unknown reason. I think it's just a very basic standard shimmer formula. You're not going to see a bunch of sparkles. You're not going to see a bunch of duochrome or really shifty things. It's just a pretty shimmer. I think these you can make stand out really well with a wetting your brush method. Yeah, so most colorful right here. Favorite neutral palette. That's difficult because I've really been into neutrals lately. Like, I love the Too Faced Born This Way Natural Nudes. I think that's the name of the palette. But I think I'm gonna have to go with the Lorac Pro Soleil palette. This is just, it's got every matte I need. I think I might travel with this one. I've been really struggling figuring out what I'm going to travel with because I have a couple of trips coming up this year. And I think this would be great for a work trip. I'm thinking. Let me know what you think. But yes, I love this one. And the shade, Desert Rose in this is my favorite. I'm sorry, I have to swatch it. Like, how pretty is that? Beautimous. All of the shimmers are not like that. There's just a couple of glittery, sparkly ones. I don't know that it's glitter. If it is, it's like super fine. But really pretty. Favorite collab or IP? I'm gonna have to say Dexter. I feel like they did an amazing job. Like, they got the blood slide box. Granted, Dexter's is a little bit more like brown, like chestnut brown, and this one is kind of verging on black, but that's okay. I think it's cool as crap. I do think the mirror in this is dumb, but people would have complained if they didn't put a mirror in it, so what are you gonna do? And yeah, I feel like the shades really captured the show for me. I also really loved the lippy products that came with it. I thought the nail polish was really cool. I don't have the patience to paint my nails, so I'm not allowing myself to buy any more nail polish. I almost got a nail polish, but I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I decided not to. I just think that this is one of the most well done IP or collabs that I've seen. All right, so smallest palette. I thought it was going to be one of my Tartlets. This one is the Spark. The Spark and the Jewel are my favorite. I don't know why they have discontinued their best palettes, but whatever. Then I realized this little Pat McGrath mini palette is almost half the size of that Tartlet palette. I have two of these, so technically they tie. So there's this one, which is the Midnight Voyage, which I think I've only used once. And then this one is the Sublime Smoke, which I think I've also only used once. These little minis are definitely going to win for smallest palettes. And just, you know, for shits and giggles, this is a total of 3 grams per palette. And this one is 0.85 grams times 6. Whatever that is. More than this. Largest palette. So I'm pretty sure the Miss Claus from BH Cosmetics, the Lit List, is my largest palette. I love it. I love this so much. This was friend mail from Andy at Andy Does Stuff. And I love it. I love that she thought of me. I love that she found this and sent it to me. I love the quality of the shadows. I love all of the shades in here. Don't tell anyone, but I even love the glitter. I know I'm not supposed to because we're supposed to hate glitter, but I love glitter. Give me all the glitter. You know, Glamlight and their Twilight collection. I have never seen Twilight. Please don't come for me. I plan on watching it eventually, even though it's basically been ruined for me. But that's my fault. That's my fault for not watching it. I just never had an interest, and now I do because everyone's doing an IP with them. I know it's backwards, but whatever. This is where we are in life, okay? So anyways, they have a glitter spray. It's like body and hair spray. I have a glitter spray that I use for the same purpose, but man, I kind of want the one from Glamlight. That's the only thing I want from the collection. All right. Best memory or most sentimental. I have several. I have a couple on display, but I think I'm going to go with the Glaminatrix Barely Basic. It was between this, honestly, and the ABH Primrose. So this one is the Primrose. My husband took my kids to Sephora and he picked this out for me. This was not on a wish list. I never mentioned this to him, and I absolutely love this palette. So not only was it a beautiful surprise, but it's something that I actually truly love using. And then the Glaminatrix Barely Basic. My husband ordered this for Christmas, and I had no idea he was going to order from Glaminatrix. Mainly because a lot of their palettes had been out of stock. And so I really didn't say much to him about them. But he ordered these mini palettes, like this one I showed you earlier. So these released, and all I did was, I can't remember if I said something verbally to him or if I sent it to him, and I was like, OMG, these are so cute. But he saved it and then ended up ordering from them for Black Friday, and it got here in time for Christmas, and I was so surprised when I opened the box on Christmas Day, because I had no idea that he was going to order for them or that anything would get here in time, because I mean, it comes from Australia, so I didn't have any idea he would be ordering from them. So we have Worth the Hype, and that's definitely, to me, going to be the Cosmic Beauty Undergrowth palette. I just really love this palette. I love the murky shades. I think that it performs exactly as it should. I haven't had any difficulty with any of the mattes I've used. The shimmers are just gorgeous. The palette's namesake, Undergrowth, is so beautiful. I mean, that's just one swipe. Oh, I love it. And then I think I also really liked Wilderness, because that one looks pretty used. That one's Wilderness. It's not a duochrome or anything. It's just beautiful. Just beautiful. So this one got a lot of hype, and I think it's worth it, personally. And then Not Worth the Hype or Most Disappointing. I'm going to do Not Worth the Hype, and then I'm also going to do Disappointing. All right, so we have Not Worth the Hype. Please don't come for me in the comments. I mean, you can definitely criticize me, but just be nice. Don't be mean. I said it. The Odensai Merry Christmas palette. I just don't love this color story. I just don't. I don't understand it. I've made some pretty looks with this, but like, I think I can maybe let it go. I don't know. Some of these shimmers. No, like so this one and this one are from Odensai. And then you've got these from Cosmic Beauty and this one from Lorac, which they're pretty, but I just think these are prettier. They're toppers. They're definitely toppers. I like Odensai. I like their formula. I haven't had any serious issues with the formula. No, this shade is pretty. This is the first shade in the palette. Shoot, now I like it. Shoot, now I just want to keep that shade. Like maybe that would be mean. I feel like that would be mean to dig out the one shade I love and repot it. I don't like this orange. It's a pretty orange. Like, it's impressive for an orange, but like, me and orange don't get along very well. I don't know. It's on the chopping block for me. I don't think this one was worth the hype. I do like the Christmas Eve palette much better. But I feel bad. I feel so bad that my husband bought this for me, and I'm just kind of like, meh. And then most disappointing would be the Adept Cosmetics La Cienega. So, and am I saying that right? I have no idea. This was in a mystery box, and my palette does not look like what we got in the mystery box. I used some shades in here to trade out with my Adept Heather Austin palette, because I just didn't like this like pukey color. I'm pretty sure was from that palette, and I think this green is from that palette. I'll try to remember to pop up a picture of what the actual La Cienega palette looks like. But this is currently mine, but it, you know, when I don't use it like this is basically like a placeholder for shades that I'm going to put into other palettes when I rearrange my Adept ones. Yeah, so the mystery box was very disappointing. The palette is just kind of so-so. The mattes are kind of crappy. They're not the greatest. The mystery box, the reason it was so disappointing is it said 9 all new, never before released products. And it was this palette plus 8 liquid liners, which I don't use. I did try using them, did not enjoy them. They were kind of crappy. maybe it was my skill. I don't know, but they smelled too. I just, from the very first time I opened them, they smelled like very strongly, like chemical makeup smell, not like rotten or like off, just pretty strong. Like, I didn't smell it when it was on my eyes, but it did make me hesitate. Like, do I really want to put this on my eyes? Okay. I think I may have come up with this prompt. I don't know. Criminally underrated, which criminally underrated is a phrase that I use pretty frequently in my life, which is maybe weird. The Ode Inside Jewels and Gem palette. I love this. I love this palette so much. But I know that there are people that hate this palette. So it doesn't get the hype I feel it deserves. I really love it. There's one shade from the palette. Let's see. So there's 3 shades from the palette. I don't know if you can see that third one kind of almost over my tattoo. That purple one, I think it's kind of like a black base, so it does better over shadow, or at least with a sticky base. But I love this palette. I love the color story. This was actually very kindly sent to me in friend mail from Christine at the Bedazzled Buddhist. She used it once or twice and didn't really love it, which is, it's understandable. But I like it. I like it a lot. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm going to keep enjoying it. But yeah, I feel like it's underrated. I feel like this whole collection was kind of underrated. I think because they came out with jewelry with this, and that was very confusing. I mean, it's jewels and gem, right? But yeah, I actually didn't end up ordering either of these from Odin's Eye directly. I didn't want to pay for the shipping overseas, and I didn't want to put so much in my cart that it was like free shipping. So I bought the Stone and Rock on Mercari with like credits that I had, and it was sealed brand new when I got it. I'm assuming it was maybe someone's PR because it was very shortly after it released. And then, like I said, Christine sent this one to me, so I'm very thankful. It means a lot to me just for that. I love the packaging. I love the palette, and I'm gonna shut up now. A palette I would repurchase if I lost, absolutely the Adept Cosmetics Minka palette. I missed out on the first one, but thankfully I got my hands on the revamped Minka. I love it. The only thing is, I wish that the shade Minka was actually in this. That is the only thing that I feel like kind of missed the mark. I'm assuming they probably couldn't get like the same pigments, or they felt it was too close to something else and that shade was better. Like, Ava is amazing. I love this shade so much, and I love Maya. There's Ava and there's Maya. Like, I love Adept shimmers. They have different formulas. So they have those that are more glittery. They have this one that is more like molten metal. So it's that one there. Sorry, I have to move my fat so that you can see the swatch. But, you know, that's what we do here. Yeah, so I feel like the mattes are better in this palette than their other palettes so far. I would be so sad if I lost this. I would immediately repurchase it. A palette I didn't expect to love would be the Fighter palette from Fantasy Cosmetica. And you might be like, well, Jennifer, if you didn't expect to love it, why did you buy it? I don't know. I put it on my wish list and my husband bought it for me, and I'm glad he did. These grays actually perform like grays should. So yes, I like this a lot. I've only used it once. I used it on camera for a look, but I liked it far more than I expected. I actually really wanted to use this one today. but I didn't want to mess with my stack of palettes for this video that I put together like 2 weeks ago, and I'm just now getting around to filming. Most used, so I don't track uses on my palettes, but I'm guessing that this Tartelette Jewel palette is probably my most used. For sure my most used from last year. Like I feel like I am very close to hitting pan on that shade. And that would be like my first eyeshadow pan in my current collection. I've hit one before, but I decluttered the palette because it was expired. But I feel like just a couple more uses and I can probably hit pan in this. And I have some decent dips going in these two brown mattes. They're not amazing or anything. Like I'm definitely not close to hitting pan on those, but I love this palette. When I'm just like down and I want to do makeup to cheer myself up and I just don't know what I want to use, I know I can pull this out and love my look. So that's it for my palette tag video. Let me know, what do you think? Did I really just miss the mark in your opinion on some of these, or did I ace it? If you have done a palette tag, let me know in the comments below so I can go check your video out. I love palette themed content, which is why I tend to make palette themed content whenever I have the time to do more than just my regular project pan and other videos. If you like this video, I hope you'll give me a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more makeup and beauty content from me, hit that subscribe button and I'll have more coming at you. I hope wherever you are, you have a wonderful day. Bye. Okay, we can do this. We can do this today. Focus, Jennifer. Palette. Oh no, my sign's going out. Are we haunted? Okay, I think we're okay. Nearly neutral? Natural. I can't remember. Oh, no. No. Okay. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. I'm very sorry I let you fall. Please forgive me. So yeah, these little minis definitely take the cake. I already said that once in this video. So all right, so next we have, wow, what is happening here? My hair was just like, yeah, sure, I'll go there. I don't know what's happening to my hair. I keep losing it. I'm sure it's because I'm losing weight very quickly. I need to start taking some multivitamins. All right, so where's my disappointing palette? Did I put it away? Hello? Oh my God, it's under my iPad. My bad. All right, so first I'm gonna take a sip of water because holy shit, I'm thirsty. Dry mouth sucks. Sucks. All right, so I wish I could quit messing with my hair because I keep messing up how it looks. But it's a nervous habit. Come say hi. You want it in so bad. I love you too. I hope I didn't get lipstick on your whiskers. This is my Polly. She has like one of the loudest sniffers I have ever seen on a cat, or heard on a cat. I guess you wouldn't see a sniffer. I mean, you can see their nose, but I don't know what the hell I'm talking about now. Now Archie's in here. Man, that means chaos has arrived and I really need to wrap this up. For those that don't know, Archie is my orange cat, and if you don't know, orange cat energy is just on another level, you know? This is Archie. He actually has a pretty gnarly boo-boo on his back here. It's been draining, so I've just tried to keep him like as low energy as I could, make sure he has plenty of clean water, and been watching him really closely to make sure he doesn't exhibit any signs of infection. It seems to be taking care of itself. He had me really worried because it was like a huge bump on his back. I'm pretty sure he got in a fight with one of the other cats that doesn't like him. He can't help himself. The orange cat energy just, he's got to do it. He's got to harass them. My cat is like nearly hanging upside down. I would show you, but I can't get the camera that low right now. No, you. I love it when Deb does that. She's like, no, you hang up. No, you hang up. She cracks me up. I'm hanging up. Bye, y'all.